Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
Hey guys, 3D Crypto here. Hope everyone's doing well. And guys, in today's video, I'm going to be speaking about a new project, new to me anyway, but it's on the Binance Smart Chain and it's been out for I think just over 2 months now, and it's building up a lot of hype over these past couple of days. And before I start the video, I want to let everyone know that this video obviously is being made after a lot of people have commented and told me, oh, check out this new project called REX token. And I read about it in a lot of Telegram chats, and then obviously I saw Stunner Breeze's video about it. So it was on the periphery. I was aware of REX, but I didn't actually jump in myself. But when I saw Stunner go in, obviously respect Stunner. I've been following him for a long time. He knows what he's doing, and obviously he gave it a thumbs up and he said, look, I'm in it. So I thought, hey, why not? Why don't I jump in to REX as well, on the Binance Smart Chain? So basically, REX is a certificate of deposit, and it builds on the HEX platform. So it's basically HEX on the Binance Smart Chain side. I personally never got into HEX, and the reason for that was nothing to do with HEX or the HEX project itself. It was more to do with the Ethereum blockchain and the gas fees, which is kind of why I was late to the HEX party, and I never became a Hexagon. And because of that, I just still haven't jumped into HEX. But when I saw REX and I saw what it was about, I saw it was in the Binance Smart Chain. And if you've watched my previous videos, you know that I always like anything on the Binance Smart Chain. The actual project, in my opinion, is very good. I always like these certificate of deposit projects, and I like the fact that it's built on what HEX started. And if you want to know more about the project, they've got videos on their website. I honestly believe they should put Stunner Breeze's video up on here as well, because he's brought a lot of focus and a lot of attention to REX, so they should be thanking him, in my opinion. But as I said, I saw the REX platform, and I read about it. I understood what it was about. It was about staking and auctions, and we're in the auction phase at the moment. And I look at the path that HEX took, and now look at the path that REX is taking, and it's very similar. It's parallel paths, and I see REX doing something similar, because a lot of people that missed out, or they think they missed out on HEX, REX is the perfect opportunity for them to get in. So as I said, the evolution of REX is basically building upon this certificate of deposit, where you go ahead, you attain these REX tokens, whether it's from PancakeSwap or through the native auction, and then you go ahead and stake them over certain periods of time. And then obviously the longer you stake them, the better your return is. But REX has kind of evolved the project, and they've done little things like you can name each one of your stakes, you can sell a stake, so you can move a stake or send it to someone else, you can split your stakes, and you can also scrape off interest of stakes that haven't completed yet, which is something, for strategies in REX, is a very, very good thing, a very powerful tool. And this is why I feel like REX, once it hits a certain number of users within the platform and they've all staked that REX, that it's going to find a floor, a REX price floor, and then from then it's just going to go parabolic, and it's going to sustain itself very similar to what HEX is doing. I know with HEX, there's some people that didn't want to get into HEX because of the people involved in it, like Richard Hart. Me personally, I've got nothing against HEX, nothing against Richard Hart, nothing against the project. As I said, it was Ethereum gas fees that put me off, and then by the time I wanted to jump in on the HEX bandwagon, it was too late, in my opinion. For you guys, it still might be early, but that's my personal choice. So then I've chosen REX. We're on day 78. This started at the end of June, so we're on day 78. And at the moment, every single day there's an auction. And in that auction, you go ahead and you put in a certain amount of BNB that you want to kind of pledge to the auction. And then when that 24-hour period comes to an end, however much REX was available is split equally between everyone that put in BNB. And then obviously, if you do certain activities, you get certain specials like being a TREX holder, MREX holder, part of the club 5555. I'll get more into those things very shortly. But this is kind of the dashboard. You can see the global stats. Total REX, I think it's at the 300 billion kind of mark. So it's the circulating supply is looking to be all locked up in stakes. So it should be a very low circulating supply and everything else just locked up in these stakes or in PancakeSwap for liquidity. As I mentioned, you can get REX from PancakeSwap, but I would advise, and the REX platform advises, get it from the auction. You get more bang for your buck, and you can potentially win back your BNB with this big paydays they also do. Again, I'll explain more about big paydays shortly. So this is the auction site you'll see, and kind of this will show you all the auctions that have happened in the past. So on day one, there was just under 13 million REX distributed. We had 56 players, and then the pool was 58.3 BNB, and everyone that went in there got roughly, for every BNB they put in, 218,000 REX in return. Obviously, as time went on and more people got into it, more BNB flew into the contract, you can see the amount you're getting for each BNB is decreasing. It's about 27,000 at the moment. That was the last auction, and the player numbers are rising. The amount of BNB is rising. Just today's BNB pool, look at this, 245 BNB is in the pool, and I'm going to go ahead and obviously buy some REX now in the auction. The auction ends in roughly about 7 minutes, but obviously I will say, if you want to make the most of your auction purchase, in the enter referrer address, it makes sense to use a referral address because you get 10% bonus. And bear in mind, in the auction, you only get one shot at the auction on a per 24-hour basis. So you can't just put in 1 BNB and then do 2 BNB. No, it's just you get one shot at it, and that is it. The max you can put in there in each auction period is 2 BNB unless you hold MREX and TREX, and you can up it to a potential of 5 BNB. But I'm going to put 1 BNB in there. I'm going to put a referral address down below. That's one of my subscribers who explained REX to me a little bit more. And doing that enables me, as someone who's entering the auction, is to get a 10% bonus, and it also gives the person whose referral address used a 10% bonus in REX. So it's a no-brainer for me. I would always use a referral address when going into the auction because it just increases my total number of REX by 10%. So I will leave my referral address down below. So if you want to say thanks for like sharing REX, or thanks for telling us about REX, and please do go ahead and use my referral address. Bear in mind, you're going to have to use that referral address. You'll have to fill in that referral address section every auction that you get into. The reason for that is that every auction is a separate event. So once you do participate in an auction, you will see it will say you are participating in today's auction. And if you scroll down, you can see what your REX, your estimated REX is. So as you can see, there's about 6 minutes left. But in today's auction, if everything stays the same, I will be getting about 38,000 REX for that 1 BNB I put in. Obviously, if you get in early on the auction day, it's going to show you a huge amount because more people are coming in over time. But that's kind of like the main way to go ahead and get these REX tokens, because these REX tokens are all based upon allocation for the day, and obviously this allocation is decreasing on a daily basis. So from like tomorrow's allocation will be, I think it's 40,000 REX lower, and this will continue for 365 days. So as I said, we're only on day 78. We've still got the best part of 300 days to go. Just bear in mind that every day the amount of REX available in the auction is going to decrease by 40,000 REX. And then obviously, once you get your REX, that is the big question. What do you do with this REX? So you can do typical things with like crypto, is you can sell it. But a platform like REX, which is a certificate of deposit, the main aim is to go ahead and stake. Very similar to Hex, you are staking your REX. You can stake it for any period between 1 day and 5,555 days. Obviously, the longer you stake, the more you get. The more you get back in shares. So your REX that you put into the staking contract is burnt forever. and in return you get shares. And those shares, obviously, if you stake for a longer period, your principal and your shares, when they are returned, will be a lot more. So at the end of this period, in November 22nd, 2036, I'm going to get back my 5,500 initial shares plus all the interest on top. Obviously, the interest, when it gets paid out to you and your principal comes back to you, you will get paid out what the current REX price is. So you're going to think 10 years from now, 15 years from now, what is the REX price going to be? Another major strategy is to go ahead and hold TREX. So there was 1,000 TREX available initially. You can't buy any more off the website. You've got to buy it through PancakeSwap. Each TREX cost 1 BNB. What TREX gave you was a few kind of added features, and the main feature for that, for the holding the TREX token in your wallet, is that when you start a staking strategy or a stake for a certain amount of REX, what you go ahead and get is the share rate that you would have got if you got into REX on day one. So it's a very powerful asset to hold. As I mentioned, all 1,000 have been sold. You can't buy them through this site. You can only buy them from other people that hold REX. REX is a custom token. I will put all the custom token addresses down below, but you can easily find it on the REX website, on the REX white paper. But yeah, if you just hold, like I'm holding 1 TREX right now. I paid initially for it. I think it was over about $1,500 or something along those lines. People slowly but surely realize the power of holding that TREX. You don't need more than one. One is like the number I would advise everyone to get. As I mentioned, you have to buy it from other people. So buy it up now before people start kind of going crazy with these prices. But at the moment, 1 TREX is around about that $1,500 mark, slightly higher, slightly lower. But obviously, as the demand for it increases and you can't buy it from anywhere else but from other people, then obviously the price, you get this supply and demand situation. Supply is very low, the demand for it's going to increase with adoption of the platform. Because you've got to imagine this now. 3 years from now, a year from now, 6 months from now, there will definitely be more people in the REX platform. The amount of TREX available will not have changed. That will stay the same. Same thing with the REX. There's more people coming in. They're buying up more of this REX throughout the auctions, and then they're staking it. So the supply for REX is very low, but the demand for it is going to be increasing on an upward trajectory. So if I go back to the auction, you can see the stake that I've done in front of you guys. Oh, sorry, the auction that I entered in front of you guys just now ends in about a minute. And then obviously I'm going to see how much REX I get in return for my 1 BNB, and then I'm going to go ahead and stake that. As well as TREX, you also get the MREX token. MREX unlocks a few more things for you guys. So I would again say hold on to 1 MREX. And then you got your daily big paydays. So daily big paydays are almost like a lottery where you get cash back. So how this works is there's a certain percentage of the BNB that is paid back to people randomly. So I'll break it down very. It's a concept which I really like, and I'll explain to you why. So as long as you meet certain criteria, as long as you've gone in the auction, you've purchased REX, or you've got a certain allocation of REX, and then from that allocation of REX, you've staked that REX, then what the contract does is it will every day find someone and say, hey, I want to give this person back all the BNB they've ever put into the contract and purchase this REX. And all the REX they've ever staked, I want to give them back all that BNB. So it will look at your staking amounts and see, all right, this person has staked, for example, 1 million REX. We'll say, all right, we're going to reward this person by giving them back BNB worth 1 million REX. And then you get that BNB, and in theory, you're in the platform for free then. And the great thing is you can get the big payday more than once. So this will happen every single day for 365 days, every single day. And then obviously you have the treasury payday as well, which is at the end. I think it's like 400 days in. Once you're 400 days in, everyone will get a big payday. So it will not be for the total amount of BNB they put in, but it will be an allocation of how much, a percentage of how much BNB they put in relation to all the BNB that was put in. So you'll get something back on that big payday treasury if you didn't get a big payday like this. So there's some people that have been lucky and hit with 2 paydays, big paydays. But then obviously you can see now the auctions come to an end. I've got Claimable REX 37,495. I'm going to go ahead and claim that REX. Without claiming that REX, it stays on the platform. You can't do much with it. So I'm going to go ahead and confirm. Please do look at the gas. It is slightly high on the gas fees when you are claiming. It's about $67, but yeah, keep a look at that as well. Obviously, everything else on the Binance Smart Chain is relatively cheap compared to the Ethereum blockchain. It is relatively cheap and relatively quick as well. So as you can see, that transaction has now completed successful. I do have some more claimable REX from referrals and claimable BNB, but I'll just leave that there for the time being. Now you can see I've got my REX balance, 37,495. And then I've got stakes here that I can start. So I'm going to go ahead and put in 100% of that stake. I'll name it first. So I'll name this stake 1. So this is a good way to track kind of like all the stakes. So if I go in there and I've got to choose a duration now. So if I was to go ahead and say a 30-day. So a 30-day, I will get back 376,000 shares plus my principal back. If I go on a shorter period of time, so like if I go a year gives me 393,000. 30 days gives me 376,000. If I go for the full amount, so this is the 5555, 15 years, is almost 2,690,000 shares I've received back. I've already done a 555 stake because I want to be part of that kind of like four fives club. But this stake, I'm going to do a 30-day stake because I've got a strategy in my mind where I'm going to do like a 30-day stake, and then I'll do another stake which is 30 plus 7 days. So I want to do where I can get stakes back every week, almost like a paycheck. That's my kind of aim. I want to do like I do a stake, and once I get in a rotation, that means every single week I'm going to be one of my stakes will be ending. As soon as it ends, I'm going to put a portion back into the REX stakes and build up this perpetual passive income machine. So, for example, my first one is going to be 30 days out. The one after that's going to be 30 plus 7 days. The one after that is going to be 30 plus 14 days. So it will keep increasing. But when I go to these stakes mature, they're going to mature at a rate of 1 every week. And I'm going to kind of time it so it's every kind of Friday or Saturday. So every Friday or Saturday, I'm basically thinking I'm getting a paycheck from REX. I'm getting paid. I will get that stake and claim it. And then I can go ahead, a portion of that I may use somewhere else, but probably the majority of it I will restake and just get this perpetual money machine made up. And it's ready for like the next 2 to 3 years out. So for the next 2 to 3 years, I know I've got a weekly stake coming to an end every single kind of Friday or Saturday. You can see down there I've done a longer stake as well, which ends in November 2036. And you can see with only 5,500 tokens, you're getting almost 400,000 shares back. God knows what the price for REX will be at that time, but we do know for one thing that the platform on the blockchain is going to be, as long as the blockchain exists, the smart contract exists. And you can't mess around with smart contracts. You can't mess around with the blockchain. It's on there. If the UI was to go down tomorrow, the contract still carries on functioning. So I know REX might seem a little bit kind of like very complicated to some people, especially if you've never been in Hex. So the concept of staking and things like this might be a little bit strange, but it's very simple, guys. My strategy is get hold of a TREX token. Reason for that is your when you stake, you'll get a very, very good rate of return as opposed to having no TREX. So if you can get a TREX, I would say go ahead and grab one now before the price goes totally sky high. Get at least one MREX. MREX opens up some more kind of fun features where you can name your stakes and you can scrape interest, which is a very good thing. Scraping interest basically means you don't have to wait for the stake to fully mature. what you can do is go ahead and take a portion of that stake's interest off before, and then go ahead and maybe reinvest it. Because the whole platform is designed about, like, nothing is certain. In Hex, if you have a stake, you basically have two options: end it early, pay a big penalty, or you see it out. Nowadays, circumstances change. You might want to scrape a bit of interest off to get you by. You might want to split one of these longer stakes and say, look, I'm not going to wait 15 years, but I don't want to lose that 15-year stake. So you might split it into keep one going for the full duration, and the other one you can just cash out or scrape some interest off. So it's got a bit of flexibility, which I do really like. We are fairly new in the REX game, in my opinion. Even though it's been out for 70 days, the eyes are only on it for the past 2 to 3 days. So we are still very early. In the auctions, there is very good amounts of REX being distributed for not that much BNB. Like at the moment, there's an average 200 to 300 BNB coming into the auctions. A week from now, that's probably 1,000, maybe 2,000 BNB coming in within these auctions. So then the amount of REX you're getting per BNB is going to start decreasing. Obviously, with any type of platform, the more adoption, the more promotion, it's going to lead to more people getting in. And this platform, the more people that get in, it's very good for the platform. But as an individual, you'd want to obviously get in as early as possible, so you get more REX. You want more bang for your buck, basically. And if you play your strategies right, so I'll do future videos about strategies, like my strategy for the weekly stakes, and then kind of when they come to mature, I'm going to be on staking on a weekly basis. I might even do some longer ones, and then off that, I might scrape the interest off the longer ones and start new stakes. But yeah, guys, that's REX. I'll leave all the information down below. I will leave my referral address. So I will let you guys know when you are going in the auction, use a referral address for a 10% bonus. I'll leave my one down below. You don't have to use my one. You can use someone else's. You can use a friend's. It doesn't matter whose you use. Just use a referral address. Get that 10% bonus. I will leave all the links down below. I'll leave all the information down below. I would really like to hear your comments and your feedback on the REX platform from you guys, especially kind of like what strategies are you guys using? How much BNB are you going in with? Where do you think the REX price is going to go? Do you own a TREX? How much MREX have you got? It will be interesting to see your thoughts on the REX platform. Guys, again, before I close out this video, I want to say a big thank you to Stunner Breezy. I will give dues where dues are due. And Stunner's the one that kind of, even though I knew about REX from before, when I read about it in the Crypto Winners Circle Telegram and the REX Telegram, I was kind of on the fence, like should I not? But then when I saw Stunner speak about it, I'm like, yeah, it's gonna blow up now. So yeah, definitely now is a very good time to get in. As I mentioned, any questions or comments about REX, please do leave them down below, and I'll be happy to answer them in any way possible. And I will be doing future videos about REX, especially tracking my stakes, tracking my strategies, seeing the price of REX, seeing where TREX goes. It's a very interesting time, and I obviously like REX a lot because of the community. So do check out the Telegram and Twitter. Twitter's got over 20,000 followers, and the Telegram's got a very good number in there, from 3,000 to 4,000 in Telegram. And any questions or comments you might have, there's always someone over in the REX Telegram that'll be happy to answer any questions you might have. And I think the lead dev, Thomas, he's also very active in the Telegram, so it's a good resource to be part of if you are in REX or thinking about getting into REX. If you are thinking about getting into REX, I will say don't delay too much. Kind of make that move and get in there. And obviously make that move, your first move, your biggest move, because obviously if you go in with a large amount, at the beginning you'll get a lot of REX in return. And do bear in mind that you can only get into the auction once daily, so you can't top up your daily BNB in an auction. You basically go in there, you have one shot, you can put in 1 BNB, 2 BNB. If you hold the appropriate number of REX and TREX, you can go all the way up to 5 BNB. So guys, that's it for today's video. That's it for REX. I hope you enjoy this video. If you like it, as always, smash the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon to be notified of my latest content. And guys, REX, in my opinion, is going to be one of the hottest projects for the next couple of months. Everyone's going to be talking about it, so get on it first. Guys, as I always say, you work hard for your crypto, make that crypto work hard for you. Until my next video, take care.